Hello, my name is Vasyl.
And I'm Natalia. And we are part of a team that serves teenagers. Renewal. We are from the city of Kamyanske.
Yes, God blessed us to be a married couple and we serve in the ministry together. We can put all our efforts into one direction.
And not be torn between different ministries.
Yes. In general, our ministry began when we were still teenagers. We started serving in children's camps as mentors. That was the first experience of our personal ministry.
I think it's great that we were able to adopt this and then just spread it, learn, and now take responsibility for conducting such a ministry. It's a foundation because now we have both children's camps and teenage camps, both day camps and residential camps. Moreover, we serve not only children who are from the church, but also children who are not from the church. Because of the war and the large number of internally displaced children and teenagers in our city, our ministry has taken on a slightly different angle, a more evangelistic one. Because many teenagers came to the city who, at a certain point, needed some emotional recovery and a sense of security. And probably it was after this that we first met Andri and Halia, yes, in 2021.
Even before the war. Our first acquaintance was with the Go Play team, but back then we just met Halia and Andri Hanusin in Znamianivka, and since then we have kept in touch. And always, when they invite us, when there is an opportunity, we try to be in this community to receive experience and share the experience that we already have in this ministry.
But it was the war that gave an impetus to the development of the teenage ministry. And when we were at the training conducted by Andri and Halia Hanusin in Znamianivka, we really gained great knowledge on how to serve teenagers, truth through games, what formats it can be, cooperation with the team, and interaction with teenagers in general. And that gave us great knowledge at a time when we didn't even realize that God would lead us specifically to the ministry for teenagers. And now the club, specifically the Teenage Club, in the format of the Renewal Club, has been around since 2022. These are mostly non-church kids.
And in order to cover perhaps all the needs that our teenagers have, we try to serve them through different formats. This includes holding clubs every week. We also have a home group. We've already mentioned the camps, both children's camps where we involve teenagers who serve with us, and we also run camps for teenagers. We also do sports. We have a dodgeball team that trains every week. And now we are working on involving the teenagers we have, regardless of whether they are from the church or not, so that they can start serving with us, the teenagers who come to us for the first time.
We realize that involving teenagers in ministry or some kind of activity plays a very important role specifically for them. I mean, they are now in a period where they want to feel needed, they want to feel that they have some importance and that they matter. And when we started this year having teens lead events for other teens, they have a really cool influence on one another. I mean, they form such a connection that without even realizing it, they are already testifying about God to one another. And I think that on this level, they probably understand each other even better than we sometimes convey this truth to them. Little secret agents. When there are home groups, why is this great? Because when we have a closer connection, you can even call it mentorship, because in home groups there aren't many teenagers, and these are the teenagers who want to learn more about Christ. And this year, even 2 teenagers, they received water baptism, they repented, they became part of the Renewal Youth Ministry team. They have already left for their studies, and they found a church for themselves, and they are already serving there. So I understand that what we are doing now, the youth ministry specifically, is an investment in what they will carry on. So we invest in teenagers, the teenagers carry it on, they invest further, and so they continue to build up society.
Something we've been practicing for a very long time, and it works for us, are the tent camps that we held every summer for many years. With the start of the war, we realized that this is not very safe. So this year, for the first time, we held a stationary youth camp at a base where you can truly, by living together, not just for one day, like at a, church facility, but for a week, when you sleep, eat with one another and spend that time together, it reveals who they truly are. It's not just when we meet them, once a week or a few times, but when we live their lives and build relationships with one another.
When we are with them 24/7, we can have the greatest influence more than day camps. That's why I'm for stationary camps and for them to exist, because it's a much greater influence and a much better influence. Right now, we are at a conference on team development, and when we get home, I know for sure that we will continue to develop the fish direction, where teenagers are involved in ministry, where teenagers serve teenagers, because that really has a great impact.
And the second area we will focus our attention on is teaching teenagers how to effectively study the Bible. And we will try to learn together with them what God is saying to each of us.
Because we understand that Bible study is something of a small gap, even for adults, and we want to cover it and teach them exactly how to simply study the Bible. Because really, the Bible is not complicated, the Bible is accessible, the Bible is interesting, and even a teenager can lead this group. You just have to show them how.
It turned out, or perhaps God blessed it, that in our team we serve as families. We have 3 married couples who minister to teenagers, and that is our team. So it's really great when we can, while at home, just share what we're going through with one another. And that's great.
What we've realized now being at the conference is that it's very important to develop the team from within.
And it's never a waste to learn. Exchanging experience, and when you can learn something from another's experience, it's very helpful.
And it's really great that we can come to conferences like this and build connections, network, learn about different teams and what they do, and just build such a great partnership.